Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. On behalf of the Enoch Pratt Free Library, I want to welcome everybody to our kickoff for the second year of the Social Worker in the Library program. We are so honored and really respectful of the fact that we have this program in partnership with the University of Maryland. And we're excited for our second year where we are going to not only bring on or have brought on a social worker that will work full-time with all the library branches, but we have expanded the program for social work interns to 7 branches at our library system. So we're very excited, not only for the library, but also for the citizens of Baltimore. Just to begin, we have a few speakers who would like to talk about our program. And our first speaker on our program is our Chief Executive Officer and President of the Library, Heidi Daniels.
Thanks, Herb. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'm Heidi Daniel, as I was introduced, so I won't reintroduce myself. We're so proud to be launching another year of the successful Social Worker in the Library program. This partnership with the University of Maryland, Baltimore School of Social Work is truly making a difference in all of our communities. And I want to thank the PNC Foundation and the Institute of Museum and Library Services whose support made this program possible. People turn to the Pratt Library because they trust the Pratt, because we're anchors in our community. Before this program started, our librarians said that they were seeing more and more people coming into our buildings looking for social services. And our staff was wonderful, and they were always able to point people in the right direction, but many times our customers didn't follow up because they didn't want to go to another facility. We started looking for a way to bring the services into our library, a place of trust in our city. That's how this partnership was formed. Last year, the University of Maryland Social Work graduate student interns worked alongside the Pratt Library staff in 4 of our branches: Pennsylvania Avenue, Hamilton, Brooklyn, and Southeast Anchor. In just 8 months, they were able to touch the lives of more than 600 library customers. The social work interns have truly ingrained themselves in the library community in each of the neighborhoods. They provided referrals and information about housing, general and mental health, access to transportation, food, jobs and job training, and city, state, federal government assistance. I really want to thank Kimberly Street of the University of Maryland, who is on the ground with you guys. I've been delighted every time I've gotten to do an interview with you all. She's a lovely speaker. Ms. Street has been seen bringing birthday presents to regular library customers, going to other library branches when they have a customer in need of help, and even walking a customer to a local bank to help them open their very first checking account. It's services like this that has made the program so powerful. Today, I'm proud to announce that Social Worker in the Library will be growing. This year, interns will provide services at 3 additional branches: Herring Run, Light Street, and Walbrook. And I want to welcome those new interns that are here today. We're so glad to have you. This makes a total of 7 library communities with services this year. We also have another addition. The Pratt Library has hired a full-time social worker and graduate of the University of Maryland School of Social Work, Laurel Smith Rout. Did I say her name right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Laurel Smith Rout. Welcome, Laurel. The growth of this program truly shows what can happen when anchor institutions like the Pratt Library and the University of Maryland come together. The success stories we've heard have been life-changing, and I can't wait to hear more as the second year moves forward. I always look forward to the great stories I hear from this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heidi. Our next speaker is from the University of Maryland. And I just want to say before we bring him up here, this partnership couldn't work without the efforts of the University of Maryland, so we're so grateful to be working in partnership with them. Our next speaker is the Dean of the University of Maryland School of Social Work, Dr. Richard Garth.
Thank you so much.
and thank you, Heidi, for your work with us and your vision and capacity to do long-term and logistical work together with not only us, but many others. And congratulations on your Good Morning America attention. So Heidi sort of brought you up to date, leaving me with not a lot to do except to back up and tell you a little bit more about the history of the program. And I'm just going to do that quickly. As she mentioned, this is a program that has been shaped by our Social Work Community Outreach Service, which is a 20-year-old organization within the School of Social Work, and a conversation really between Lane Victorson, who's here, and Will Backstrom about the need for this kind of program that would reach not only clients who need library and social work services, but those patrons of both who are committed to doing something positive and innovative. Both of these organizations are committed to bringing services to people where they live and can best use them. So a School of Social Work, Enoch Pratt Library partnership makes a lot of sense. There's no question that the library has many patrons who come and want to use the services there, but they don't necessarily know how to use those services or don't have access to them. And the branch managers have recognized that for some time, and working with the development team, as I understand it, from Enoch Pratt, began to look for opportunities to expand the capacity that they had in libraries to serve some of our most in need residents. The Bunting family was the first to get really excited about this, and they liked the idea and contributed a $25,000 grant and asked for a match. A challenge to raise, if we raised $50,000, that they would match it. And between PNC, Jeff and Maureen Greif, Jeff is here, thankfully, Sue Walden and Sandy Hess, those funds were raised. And 8 students were supported, not in with great stipends, but with enough to get this going. And most importantly, Kimberly Street was hired to oversee this work. Since then, we've had additional support from the Harvey Meyerhoff Family Charitable Funds and the Krieger Foundation, and a small grant from the Dean's Office to make sure that we have a good evaluation going in this project, which is something I always worry about, but not everybody else does. We have learned some things from that evaluation, and from just our monitoring what's going on and our quality improvement process, that this is not only a great idea for Baltimore City, but could be a great idea for other places, especially other schools of social work. Because the field placements we have for our MSW students or Masters in Social Work students are those that address not only the structural issues in communities, but also the direct services piece. So recognizing the need for translation services, or recognizing the need for childcare as a whole, is one of the ways that SWACOS has always worked in the communities. But then we also sometimes work with clients who have specific needs, as Heidi just mentioned, who might need specific translational services, or might need help with intimate partner violence or housing. And so our approach in social work, which is to do what we call the macro and the micro, fits very, very well in the library. I've taken this concept to the National Association of Deans and Directors of Schools of Social Work. There are about 250 schools of social work, and we've started a little network there because people like the idea so much. So this is something where we're sharing ideas and best practices, and eventually I think this is an idea that could be not only something in Baltimore, but that would be available to citizens all around the country. So I'm very excited about that. Of course, I'm very excited about the 600 residents who have already received services in Baltimore. So successes like this have many parents, and I've mentioned only some of them. There are many more that I've neglected. I predict that this success will also have many offspring, and if nurtured properly, they will be plentiful, they will multiply, and they will improve many lives here in Baltimore, not just our 3 new sites, hopefully many more, hopefully broadly across Maryland, and then the nation and the world. And so thanks to all of you for your part in this origin story, getting us to the 2nd year, and for your role in making sure that the future of the social work in the library program is strong. So it's now my pleasure to ask Wendy Shia, the outstanding Executive Director of the Social Community Outreach Service. I'm supposed to turn this back over to you. That's how I am, I just take over. To provide her remarks on this auspicious occasion.
Good morning. So you've already heard a little bit about the history of how this happened. But why libraries and social workers? You know, social science research, although it's very limited, it suggests that an institution of social work coupled with a library is really good for patrons. Why is that? Well, libraries are socially embedded in the community. And for many people, libraries serve as urban sanctuaries. Libraries are a free space where anybody can come. They contain a high degree of social and natural support systems. Libraries are safe and natural spaces to find answers to questions and to inquire about resources. So we've completed a full academic year using 8 students and a clinical instructor. And we created a paradigm for how social work might play out in these urban sanctuaries. It's really exciting. We believe that this pilot project will lead to an initial blueprint for how to engage social work professionals in the library system. So moving into this year, we look forward to our expansion, and we have lots of questions that we want to answer. So for example, what types of peer support groups are effective in each branch? Is it job seeking? Is it parenting? What kinds of collaborative training can we offer for both librarians and social work students? How do we help sustain this program in its first and second year of funding? So these are the questions, and there will be many more. So I want to thank you for your interest in this program and your support, and we look forward to updating you over the next few years about our growth and evolution. Thank you.
So our next speaker is someone that we have worked really closely with over the past year, and expect to work with closely for the next year or two. Well, there are a lot of places that we need to go for answers to questions, but there's only one person, as far as social work at the library is concerned, to get the answers, and that is Kim Street. Kim Street is the coordinator of the social work interns, and she's the clinical field instructor from the University of Maryland, SWACOs. And Kim, please come and give us a
I always feel so special when I come to these events. You don't do this when I'm at home. So as everyone has spoken about, we are expanding to 3 additional branches. But I really wanted to take this opportunity to have the students stand up, because they really are they make this program work. And so all the students, and some of my past students are here as well. These are some amazing students, and I just feel so proud to be part of a university and part of SWACOs, where we're doing such responsible field training and cultivating social workers that are compassionate and competent. So thank you for allowing me to be part of that family. I'm really excited about the evidence-based programming we're moving into. So we will be at Penn North, and we'll be selecting another branch. But we're going to be doing the Circle of Security, which is a parenting program. We do this all over the country. It is a grant where it's expanding the evidence-based programming at the libraries. I have to thank this person. We are doing this Good Morning America interview, but I want to thank Kendra. Kendra, can you stand up, please? It takes a while to build trust in communities. You know, we don't just sit there and people come to us. You know, people have to warm up. Kendra frequents the Penn North branch. She has attended every single mutual support group that we've had. So she's going on a year. Not only does she attend, but she's sort of our marketing specialist. Come on in. You know, and it is amazing. You are a phenomenal woman. We are honored that you allow us, you know, to be part of your journey. And we thank you for just letting people know that we're here. Kendra is one of so many amazing people that we've met. And so we look forward to growing, and students, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be amazing at the end of the year. You're and she's also another go-to for the students. So Laurel, I welcome you. I know she's going to say a couple of things, but I thank everybody for their support. And so we are just looking forward to doing more things this year and digging deeper. And we're really happy that it's responsible growth, because big is not what we're looking for. We're looking for a good, tight program that can be replicated. So thank you so much, Laura.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laurel. I'm the new social worker in the library, and I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to also be partnering my old alumnus. I'm just, first of all, want to say thank you to the Pratt for giving me such a warm welcome. All the staff, everybody, it's really your relationships in the community and that deep trust and love that's going to make my job a whole lot easier in moving forward and building something bigger but also sustainable and really helpful to the community. So thank all of you for that. And yeah, just I'm really looking forward to moving this program forward. Working with students is also very exciting. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to an exciting, bigger and better new year.
I'd like to also acknowledge Laurel is going to be, is a new part of our team at the Pratt Library. We're so glad to have her, a full-time social worker, bridging what we perceive as the gap between what the social work interns and the street can do to the remainder of the library branches, and then hopefully the citizenry of Baltimore City. I also want to acknowledge, as part of our team, Will Johnson, who is the branch manager at the Northwood branch and one of our group supervisors. Will. And I wanted to ask if Ms. Monahan would like to come up and say a few words as well.
Me? Yeah.
If-
Cindy?
That's I'm sorry. I know, I got it wrong, I apologize.
I'm from 10 North Library, like Ms. Kemp said, I'm there every day. They always know where to find me, all the way in the back, in my old spot. Ms. Kemp is like a second mother to me. And when she asked me to come to the agreement, I didn't know what to say. I was just quiet, listening to everybody else. Until she got me to open up. Now, it's hard to keep me quiet. And Ms. Camp, she finds me. She finds me just like Ms. Kemp did. And most of the time, Ms. Kemp don't even know I'm back there. And everybody know me, but half of the time I don't know who I'm talking to until I leave the library. And I'm like, well, who did I just talk to? I find out sooner or later. But if it wasn't for my son Maurice, y'all know, he started me coming to the library like I do now. Because I used to joke him, because he stays in the library. And I said, oh, you got a job there. Be joking him. Now the joke's on me now. So now if he can't find me at home, that's where he won't find me at. Right there at the library. And I kind of thank him for that, because if it wasn't for him getting me out there, I wouldn't even be in the library as much as I am in there now. So I'll give it to Ms. Camp and Ms. Kim for even dragging me and pulling cranks and pranks out of me to get there. So I give my thoughts and happiness to them.
Thank you. Ms. Owens represents, as you can imagine, it's touching 600 different people in this program. Just one of the stories that this program is really, it just shines for the library's ability to reach out to people in this special way. And so I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it, as all of the staff is. And I know that the citizens of Baltimore are really benefiting from it. Thank you so much for joining us today. That concludes our program. I hope you have a great day.